This could be the moment that changes everything. Stay with me, because what was just revealed could reshape tensions in the Middle East, and the truth is far more complicated than it first appears. In a recent public appearance, former U.S. President Donald Trump addressed ongoing developments involving Iran, hinting at negotiations, possible agreements, and the risk of further escalation. At first, it sounded like progress. But the more details came out, the more uncertain everything started to look. And trust me, you'll want to hear this entire story before making up your mind. During the interaction, Trump claimed that discussions with Iran have been very strong, suggesting that both sides may already agree on several key points. That sounds like a step toward peace, right? But wait. Because what he said next adds a completely different layer to the story. Stay with me, because in just a moment, you'll see why this situation is not as simple as it sounds. According to Trump, key representatives from the United States have already been involved in discussions behind the scenes. These talks reportedly focused on reducing tensions, preventing further conflict, and possibly reaching a long-term agreement. Now, on the surface, this might seem like a positive development, but here's where things start to get complicated. Trump also made it clear that while negotiations are ongoing, military options are still on the table. And that changes everything, as it means this isn't just diplomacy, it's pressure. He suggested that if negotiations fail, stronger actions could follow. Now, think about that for a second. On one side, there's talk of agreement. On the other, there's the possibility of escalation, and both are happening at the same time. Don't skip this part, because what comes next explains why global attention is now focused on this situation. Let's break this down in simple terms. This situation is built on three major factors. There are ongoing discussions, and both sides appear willing to talk. At the same time, there are warnings of continued action if those talks fail. No one knows exactly how this will end, and that combination makes everything unpredictable. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Trump emphasized that one of the main goals is to prevent Iran from developing nuclear weapons. This has been a long-standing concern, not just for the U.S., but also for allies like Israel and other countries in the region. Countries across the Middle East are closely watching these developments. Why? Because any major decision here could affect the entire region, from security concerns to economic stability. The impact could be widespread. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get more serious, another detail came out that raised even more questions. Trump hinted at internal uncertainty within Iran's leadership. Now, this is important because when leadership structures are unclear, decision-making becomes unpredictable, and that increases the risk of sudden changes. So now we have ongoing talks, military pressure, leadership uncertainty, all happening at the same time, And that's exactly why this situation is so critical. Stay with me, because what he said next could completely change how you see this situation. Trump suggested that both sides may want to reach a deal, but he also made it clear it has to meet certain conditions, including no nuclear weapons development, stability in the region, long-term peace agreements, and here's the key question. What happens if those conditions aren't met? Because, based on his comments, the alternative could involve continued action. By the way, if you're finding this breakdown helpful, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It really helps the channel and keeps you updated. This isn't just about one country. This situation affects international relations, global markets, regional security, and that's why the world is paying attention. But don't go anywhere, because the next part explains why this could escalate faster than expected. When diplomacy and pressure happen together, things can move very quickly. Sometimes, decisions are made faster than people expect. In situations like this, there are usually two possible outcomes. Agreement, both sides reach a deal and reduce tensions. Talks fail, leading to further conflict. Right now, both outcomes are still possible. And that's what makes this situation so intense, because we are at a point where One decision could change everything. As of now, discussions are still ongoing. No final agreement has been confirmed, but one thing is clear. The situation remains highly sensitive, and the next move could shape what happens next. So, what do you think? Do you believe a deal will happen? Or could this situation escalate further? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this video informative, like, share, and subscribe for more updates, because we'll continue bringing you the latest developments as they happen.